You're listening to the New World to Go podcast with your hosts, Redbyrd and BDLG.
Hello and welcome to another episode of New World to Go. I'm your host, Redbyrd, and with me is BDLG. Bordy, episode 86. And episode 86 is a very special episode, Bordy, because it's our last pre-launch episode of New World to Go. Dude, it's insane to think about, but it's finally come, dude.
Oh boy, yeah. Lots of anxiety, lots of excitement for sure building up, no doubt.
Lots of anxiety. And then probably that's it. Yeah, we've been on the grind, obviously, with our website and getting everything in line, me, you, and Taken. And obviously, it's good to stop and smell the roses occasionally. And tonight on the podcast, it's kind of one of those moments for me, you know? It's nice to kind of slow down, get to enjoy, obviously, we're recording live on Twitch. I get to enjoy chat, and then also kind of, dude, this will probably be the only time I'll admit it in our, podcasting careers. But it's good to be here with you, dude, and be here in this moment. To know that within, when people are listening to this, within 24 hours, we'll be playing New World. So it's insane, bro. It's exciting.
Yeah, man, the feeling's mutual, dude. I was gonna jab back at you there, but you sounded so sincere about it that I can't. So yeah, the feeling's mutual, brother. It's been quite the ride so far, and I'm looking forward to launch and beyond, without a doubt.
Yes, sir. And it was sincere, and that's it. I'll just go ahead and draw the line right now, so you know that it's not gonna happen again. 5-star rating in review, Bordy. It helps us out a lot, obviously, if you guys leave these 5-star ratings on the podcasting platforms. It helps people find us. As launch comes, there'll be tons of new people that want to enjoy the podcast with you. So leave the 5-star rating. It really helps us out. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscription button and the notification bell for more New World content like this. Bordy, why don't you, we like to do this occasionally, obviously. So why don't you read some of the recent 5-star ratings that we got?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, for sure. So one of these was quite a while ago, and I'm sorry we missed it. I don't know how we missed this one. I do apologize, but we got a 5-star rating from JMT Cal L. It said, really enjoy the podcast and all the information. Great chemistry. Keep it up. Thank you so much for that rating. We really, really appreciate it. It helps us out a ton. Thank you for the kind words. And then the most recent one we got here, it just says, great New World podcast. This comes from /288. This is a great New World MMO podcast, great host, great guest, and great content. I'm listening every week. Give them a try before you listen to any of the others. With so many new podcasts coming out before launch, it's hard to pick, but I promise this one will be the one in your rotation after you've listened to the others. Keep up the good work, guys. Yo, thank you so much, Slash. That means a tremendous amount to us, man, and the 5-star rating is awesome. It helps us out a lot, so thank you so much for those ratings.
Yes, we're very, very thankful. Obviously, you guys have been killing it, and a big shout out and thank you. We know who you guys are. Have been listening since episode 1, dude. Episode 1, and we got a lot of people that have been doing that, and we can't thank you guys enough. There's been a lot of filler content between now and launch, then and launch, and you guys have stuck with us, so thank you very, very much for that from the bottom of our hearts. And let's hop right in here with the news, Bordy. All right, so we got a ton of news this week, actually. So we're gonna like kind of catch you guys up on everything. If you've been under a rock or potentially, working, doing real life stuff, we're gonna catch you up on all the New World news. So basically, one of the things we want to remind you guys of is the battle for New World weapon skins. Now, guys, don't forget to, when launch starts, to go over to one of the Battle for New World streamers that participated in that event and watch their stream for 1 hour, because you will get that weapon skin pack in-game, which should be available as soon as you unlock it, I would think, Bordy, right?
Yeah, should be.
Yes. So, okay. Thank you. Great input there, Bordy. So next thing, also Prime Gaming content. Again, and I think most people understand this now that are frequent Twitch watchers. If you link your Prime account to your Twitch account, it has lots of benefits. Number one is subs, giving subs to your favorite streamers. The second one will be getting you New World gear, because they've announced officially, and we all knew it would be the case, is if you link your Prime account to Amazon, you will unlock some cosmetics for New World, which is dope, Bordy. I'm glad that they, we've obviously had tons of games that me and you have played in the past that you can unlock skins, League of Legends, Warframe, to name a bunch of big ones. And now, obviously, New World is one of them. So don't forget to link your Prime Gaming account. Yep, thank you. I forgot that they changed the name, but yeah, Prime Gaming account.
Yeah, so I'll add some input to this one since you weren't so happy with the input on the last one, Red.
Goodness,
so the first pack is going to be starting on the launch on the 28th, and it's going to be, you can claim that all the way up until November the 1st. The pack's going to include a pirate character skin and a pirate stance emote, alongside 5,000 marks of fortune, and the marks of fortune, of course, is the premium currency that's going to use from the that you can use in the cosmetic item in the store. And then there's also going to be a second pirate pack that they're going to introduce. It's going to come on October the 12th, and it can also be claimed by Prime Gaming members until November the 1st. And it's going to have more pirate themed goodies like a pirate sword skin, a finger across the throat emote. I like that one, dude. And a pack of 3 crests. So there you go.
Yes, and it's obviously going to be a long future to come with Prime Gaming and New World, and it's going to be interesting to see how they use that, obviously, in different ways. I think the Battle for New World event, we've always talked about how good that was integrated with Twitch, and exciting to see what they do in the future. So the next thing we have on the docket here is the soundtrack of New World they put out, and the Scoring a Tournament video, Bordy. Now, me and you often talk on the podcast about how impressed we are, or the level of quality there is in the sound of New World, whether it's gathering or the music, and now they release these videos and obviously soundtracks of these things, Bordy. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Scoring a Tournament video?
Yeah, dude, the Scoring a Tournament video is awesome, man. So one of the things that everybody always rants and raves about, especially their first time in game, is just the sounds and the soundtrack and all of the sound effects. They're really, really good. Everybody knows they're absolutely incredible. So this was just kind of a behind the scenes sneak peek of how those were created and how those were made. And they actually have 2 of the composers from Game of Thrones, and I'm going to butcher their names. I apologize. I think one of them is Raymond, and I can't say his last name. It's DJAWADI. I don't know how to say his last name. The other one is Brandon Campbell, and man, it's incredible. Watching those it was a very, very good watch. I highly recommend you guys go watch that Scoring a Tournament video if you haven't already. It's very, very good. It shows you how they also got some of the sound effects. Like, those 2 guys are the composers that compose the music, and then it shows how they got some of the sound effects, like the mining and the chopping down the trees and whatever. They actually went out into the woods and like used a pickaxe on a rock and all that jazz to get the real sound. So it's really, really cool. It's a really fun video to watch for sure. And then the other one, just the New World soundtrack, is great. If you want some background ambiance music or whatever, just want something to kind of vibe out to, man, turn that on. It's awesome. It's all the soundtracks from New World. It's really, really good. I had it on while I was working the other day and thoroughly enjoyed it, man. They did a great job putting those out, and I'm glad that they put those out, man. I think a lot of people were interested to know how they kind of made the sounds and the music for the game, because it is really, really good.
Well, and it's one of those things that you can tell the amount of time and effort that was placed into the sounds of the game as you listen and walk around a tournament. And this just kind of shines a light on those people that did that. So I think it's well worth checking out if you haven't already. And obviously props to the sound team of New World, because it's extremely impressive what they put together. So next on the list, we have the Azoth Tree event. Now, most of you maybe have heard of, and if you haven't, then you definitely have now, Ponyhoff. So basically, they're putting a stream together with Ponyhoff. He's a German streamer. I know him from Hearthstone. I used to watch him when I woke up in the morning, play Hearthstone occasionally. But he is going to put on a New World stream, and they are going to have a live event of a real life Azoth Tree, and they've got a lot of interesting prizes involved, Bordy. So why don't you tell people a little bit about the prizes and the event of the Azoth Tree?
Yeah, man. So the event's going to happen on September the 27th. It's going to start at 11 a.m. PT, which is 6 p.m. UTC. I have no idea when that is, Red, for CST. Do you? Offhand.
No.
I did. I'm awful at time zones, but there you go. That's when it's happening. So during the live stream, what's going to happen is that Ponyhoff is going to display pieces of New World content and ask corresponding trivia questions, and then the audience is going to work together and answer. And if we answer the correct questions correctly, we're going to receive pieces of a special Azoth code. And then by the end of the stream, the audience is going to be able to piece together the full code, which is going to allow us to participate in a sweepstakes to win New World themed Alienware battle station, which looks really, really cool. So it says here that one Alienware battle station is going to be giving out in each of the following regions: the US, the UK, Germany, and France. And then to be eligible, you have to reside in those countries. So the winner of each region is going to receive one of the following pieces of gear. So an Alienware M15R6 gaming laptop, a new Alienware 27 gaming monitor, new Alienware low profile RGB mechanical gaming keyboard, a 7.1 gaming headset from Alienware, and then an Alienware wired wireless gaming mouse. So make sure you tune into that stream. I think it's going to be really cool, man. I like this idea of the Azoth Tree coming to life. I think it's going to be really neat. And I'm actually pretty excited to watch the stream and see what comes of it, dude. I think they already posted. There's already been this one of them going around on Twitter. I think they did something similar in Berlin. Not necessarily an event like they're making this one out to be, but there is kind of an Azoth Tree over there right now, which looks really cool. I think it's cool they're doing that stuff, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, it's just good to hype. Real life events like this definitely bring a lot of hype, I think, especially, when you're talking about the day right before the servers open. I mean, it's just hours before the servers open, because I think the first servers will open up if it's PT. Oh, no, here we go. Time zone math. 12 hours. It'll be 12 hours, I think, from the first server opening in Europe. So obviously, dude, I'm all about events like this because I think it does bring a lot of value to getting people hyped up. And dude, obviously, I think Ponyhoff is a good representative. So hopefully everything goes well there. All right, dude. So the last piece of news I think we have here is Legends of New World Chapter 3. Now, if you haven't watched these videos before, we suggest you do. They're like, again, like we've mentioned, just like great hype building videos for the game. It's kind of told in this style of like maybe like it seems like everything's cast iron or like metal. It has like a metal aesthetic to it, and obviously, it tells the story of the legends of New World. Obviously, no pun intended. So. One of the things that I want to point out, we're not going to go over the entire content of the video, but one of the things I want to point out is, dude, there was another weapon leak in here, boy. I think it was the last one we got the great sword. And now this one, we got what appeared to be a book opened up with some sort of like circle magic. It looks like Doctor Strange magic, basically, circles and everything, dude. And I think it's potentially some sort of magical weapon involving arcane or something. Bordy, what do you think about this new weapon or ability that was leaked in the or not leaked? Obviously, this is an official video, but hinted at in the video.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's incredible. I love the idea of just like a book type of magic instead of a staff or a gauntlet, something a little bit different that we can use. It looked cool. I think it is. I think you might be onto something with like arcane magic there. I think that's a possibility, and I'm excited to see what it's going to be. I think that they throw these little things in there intentionally as hints for what's to come. I don't think those are like just accidental. I think those are planted in there on purpose. And I'm almost certain I've heard them say that before, that if you look closely in the videos, you're going to see things and find things that we have intended for the game. I'm almost certain that I've heard that come from them before. So it's really cool to see. And I'm excited to see when that comes in the game or what that's going to look like whenever it happens. What do you think about a book being a magical weapon like that? Like a magic tome. It's tome, isn't it? It's not tomb. Tomb is like
for dead people.
Yeah. A tome. Yeah.
I guarantee someone will help us pronounce it in the comments for sure. So but I think it is tome. And
sure.
Dude, yes, obviously, like the idea. I like New World's approach to magical weapons in general. Like gauntlets is something that no one's ever done. Not that I can remember in a game, as far as like a caster ability or a caster weapon. And obviously, the staff, why not have like books or wands and stuff like that? So yeah, some sort of book for a magical weapon seems right on path for me. And dude, I give me all the magical weapons. You know me, dude. I'm a caster at heart. I'm a mage guy. So any of the options that we can kind of expand upon, I'm down for sure. So, I guess that wasn't the last piece of news, because we do have the server list that were announced, Bordy, and the start times for the servers. Now, there's been some controversy here for sure, because obviously everybody, I guess, kind of thought that all the servers would open at once, but that is not the case, Bordy, because they're going to have rolling start times throughout the U.S. I think obviously server performance is a thing to consider, and I think that would be the main reason you would want to do something like this, right, Bordy? Is start server launches or rolling servers?
Yeah, I would think so. I think they're probably just potentially server load would be my guess. And then also if something came up for one of the servers, they'd have time to fix it or something. I don't know. I'm not a back end guy. I don't know how all that stuff works, to be honest, but it does make sense that it'd have something to do with server load to make sure that everything runs smoothly on launch day is my guess. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, to have these rolling server launch times like this. What do you think about that though? Do you think it's good, bad? There's so much controversy going on about these server times. I don't have a problem with it personally. It is what it is. Whenever the server comes up that I want to play on, I'm going to get on there and play on it, man. And it's I don't know. I didn't really think a lot of it until I started seeing everyone like tilt about it.
Yeah, it's tough because obviously, one of the most interesting mechanics behind the server rolling is that the names are global, which is very odd.
Yeah.
That's not a very common thing in games. And I think that's what's causing a lot of the negative, comments and approach to the server start times, is the fact that I think, and it's very untraditional, because now everybody has to log into the EU server to try to get their name. They create a character with their name, and then they basically delete the character when their own server comes up. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a weird, like, that's not something that usually happens. It's just a very untraditional thing to do. Number one, to have global names at all, and then number two, to have them tied to like a rolling server system. So I think, obviously it's not something that I thought would be the case. I didn't think this would be the approach that they would do for servers. I think the rolling server thing is fine. Like we all want launch to go as smooth as possible, but to having global locked names in a rolling server system, it can definitely complicate things for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of forgot about the whole naming thing, and that is an issue. I can see where people would be a little bit upset about that, for them losing their name because somebody in EU took it. That would suck. Yeah. So obviously I'm logging in at 1 a.m. and I'm going to get my name just for fun, I guess, and I think a lot of people are, which could cause server problems in general, which is kind of like the point, right? I guess you don't actually have to log in with your character. But I think once you create your character, it automatically puts you in the cinematic and then tries to load you in the game. So it's kind of like, I don't know, man. We'll see. It's kind of a, are we going to have to set in the queue for the next 2 hours to get our name? There's a lot of questions, I think. There's a lot of questions to be had. Sure.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how it works out. That might end up being kind of a cluster. We'll see. I think there might be some people really mad if they don't get their name.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, there's gonna be like 30,000 Asmon golds and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
It's just kind of the nature of trolling at the highest level, is stealing their in-game name. So, I mean, obviously, I think that's the only thing. I just want the game to come out at this point. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm over it all, dude. I'm just ready to play New World, and whatever barrier's in the way, I'm breaking through it, dude. If I have to log in at 1 a.m. to get my name, if I have to wait 7 hours to play the game, and our boy Danny gets to play 7 hours early, I have to watch Danny stream, I'm gonna live with it, because I want to play the game. If this is a system,
yeah, and I think sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I think that's why I didn't really think too much of this, to be honest, because whenever I've seen the server launch times and whatever, I was just excited to see this happen, right? Because instead of them posting some announcement saying, hey guys, we're sorry, we're having to push this game back another month, it was actually server launch times, and it was like a confirmation, we're getting the game, it's coming out. And so I really didn't care about anything. I was just excited to see those.
Exactly.
And I was like, let's go. Whatever time I've got to log in, that's when I'm going to log in. And I just completely didn't even think about anything else. I was excited to have some server launch times and get in there.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, overall, I think, yes, this is very untraditional. I've never seen anything like this before in an MMO launch. But here's another thing, listeners and chat, is I've never seen a good MMO launch either. So, if they're going to try new things, why not? Because I've never seen a successful launch. So, why not try different things? And that's all we have about that, I think. Bordy. So we're going to go, our main topic's a little bit untraditional tonight, but we're going to go into it, dude. It's just that we're going to get to set here and hype up what we want to do or what we're looking forward to most at launch. All right, dude. So launch, and we've been talking about this all episode, and with I don't know what I'm going to say. Obviously, we should be talking about that because this is the pre-launch episode. So, Barney, what are you looking forward to most in 24 hours? We get to play the game. What's the most exciting thing about that fact to you?
Man, just in all honesty, just logging in and playing with everyone that we've been talking to this whole time, logging in the closed beta, the open beta. We had a lot of fun playing with everybody, just being able to game with everybody. Red, it's literally been like 2 years since you and I have actually got to get into a game and sit down and just grind it out together. And I'm looking forward to that too, because I know you and I have plans to get on to get on and grind out a little bit on launch day. And I think you and I are going to play a lot during the whole first week, and it's just going to be fun. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, man, is just playing a game, dude. Like we've been working so hard on everything else. We haven't really just been gaming, and I miss it. I miss it bad. Yeah. It's going to be fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, obviously video games and New World in specific are something that we thoroughly enjoy, and obviously it's the reason we work so hard at content and everything else. And I agree with you, dude. It's gonna be nice to just be able to sit down, log into a video game that we know is not gonna wipe, that we know is not going to get delayed. It's gonna be dope to get in there and play the game with our company, with you, with Taken. We're gonna need to play some with Taken. Which will be sick. Overall, man, just create content around the game that's actually playable, which has been very difficult the past 2 years, is to create content around a game that we cannot play. All those things, dude. I'm also excited to, because here's one of the things, obviously, as content creators in the space, I'm excited to see how other people enjoy the game or what other people do in the game, or you know what I mean? Like, I'm excited to see millions of people try out the game and experience the game and see what they think about it. Because, again, one of the things we've had to struggle with in the past is like having this game that no one's played or we can't talk about with anybody. It's going to be cool to have everybody in there and able to play the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's dig a little bit deeper on what it is we're going to do on launch, Red. And let's talk about weapon choices, man. What are you going to run on launch and why?
Okay, dude. So I think, okay, so here's what I want to use, and I know it's not good for leveling, so I may not do it from the jump, but I am going to, I think, use Ice Gauntlet Musket. It's going to be my thing.
Ice Gauntlet Musket, okay.
Yeah, dude. I'm a musket boy, and here recently, within the past, since closed beta, open beta, I've been in love with the Ice Gauntlet too. So I'm just like, you know what? Let's throw them together. There's some good synergies there, And I think I'm going to be playing that, at least from the jump, Leveling wise, I'll probably equip a life staff because I know you'll be like, you'll be the orc or the, face guy, and you'll need someone to heal you. And the thing is dude, I obviously, we don't want to like constantly have to worry about potions and food and everything like that. So one of us has got to run the life staff. And I'll take the hit, dude. I'll take the hit. It's going to be a good day. I'll be feeling very frisky, so I don't mind being the healer during the leveling process.
Yeah, sounds like a plan, dude. Yeah, so explain the musket ice gauntlet combination a little bit more, man. What is the premise behind that?
Well, dude, it
just seems like an odd combination.
You're just asking me to give out all my secrets here on the podcast. Okay, so basically the premise is obviously on the surface, musket scales to intellect as a secondary stat, so you get the 0.6, and so obviously you can push into intellect with the ice gauntlet to be relatively effective. Obviously, not as effective as like Warhammer Great Axe or something where you're just getting the full benefit of one stat on both weapons. But where the synergy comes in, Bordy, is the Trapper Tree, and then obviously the other CCs involved with the ice gauntlet. It makes for a good combination for someone who's trying to stay at range and kite people. Obviously your traps, your sticky bombs, you have your slow shot, or they've changed the name of that thing so many times I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called now. But basically you shoot them and it slows them. So you get a lot of CC to kind of detour your melee people in PvP. And then obviously we all know the musket deals a pretty decent amount of damage if he hits headshots. So yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to trying that as my first PvP build. And obviously we'll keep moving on from there, dude. What are you going to do, dude? I'm going to put you on the spot now and return the favor.
Mine's pretty easy. So I'm just going meta, man. I'm going full on meta for leveling. I don't know what I'm gonna do later on in the game, but I'm going Great Axe Warhammer right out of the gate, dude. Because Great Axe Warhammer is gonna be a great leveling build. It's also really good for sieges. It's good for open world PvP. It's just a very versatile, very easy build to use. It's a very easy build to use to level up. And I know you and I, Reb, we're going into this thing pushing hard to level 60, which I know sounds try hard and sweaty to a lot of people. A lot of people don't understand why. A lot of people say just enjoy the game. We've been in every test, man. We've leveled up to 60 multiple times, and plus we're trying to create content around the game. So we want to push to level 60 so we can enjoy the in-game content with a large group of people with Outpost Rush and being in sieges at level 60 and the invasions and everything that comes along with that. We've had a chance to experience most of the game already, so we want to just push to 60. I think that having the Great Axe Warhammer is it's a good leveling build. It's a good way to level. One of the other things I've toyed around with, though, is dropping the Warhammer for the hatchet simply for Berserk, so I could get that self-heal, so that if you decided not to run life staff for some reason, I could just heal up without potions outside of combat. Yep, so that we can just level up quick, man. That's the plan.
If you're going to do that, if you're willing to do that, dude, I probably will. I might just do Ice Gauntlet Musket because it has really good self-healing as well. So yeah, dude, maybe we'll just, everybody fend for themselves. We'll be, obviously, I think we plan on leveling for the most part together. So, we won't have to worry about, soloing things, which I think is good for the beginning, because some of the mage weapons don't scale well at an initial, the initial leveling process. So, it'll be good to have, that to play around with for sure.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
Yeah, they start to get a little bit better, like level 40, right? Like the mage,
you got
35, 40.
I believe it's either I think 150 or 200 is like the big benchmark for intellect, because you get the I think 30%. I think they've probably nerfed this since then, actually. So I don't want to say off the top of my head. I think it was 30% elemental damage. Which is significant.
So that's a good point there. You said they probably nerfed it. Here's the thing, man. I'm saying I'm going to run Great Axe Warhammer. Depends on what the patch notes are. So if you guys are listening to this live, you're listening to it before they drop patch notes. If you're watching the YouTube video, they may have already dropped patch notes, or listening to this podcast, they may have already dropped the patch notes. So everything we're saying could change, because if they may come in and nerf the Great Axe into the ground, or do some stuff that just changes how we want to play the game. So I guess it really depends on what those notes say as to what I run. But right now, my plan is going to be Great Axe, either Great Axe Warhammer or Great Axe Hatchet, one of the two.
Yes. No. Yeah. So they did nerf it. It's 15% elemental damage now, but still a significant boost to damage, and it is 150. By the way, just looking over at newworldfans.com. Plug, a shameless plug in our own podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm just excited about the game. Obviously, as soon as the Void Gauntlet comes out, dude, I'm maining that thing. So really, anything I do and level right now is because I think it might pair well with the Void Gauntlet. To be honest with you, so I'm doing Life Staff, Ice Gauntlet, Musket, all those things, dude. It's gonna be a blast. Rapier, obviously.
It is. Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. What other questions do I have for you, man? Anything else you want to talk about that get off our chest?
I do. So I do. So let's put weapons aside. Let's talk about crafting for a minute. I know you're not a very big crafter, Red, but are you planning on leveling up any profession like right out of the gate, or are you going to wait till you hit 60 and then dabble in that, or what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to wait till Mala writes a guide on mining. I'm going to do obviously. I think armor smithing is going to be my thing. So I'm going to do armor smithing and mining. I don't usually get to do those type of things because I never play like tanks, So I'm excited to get to do that. But obviously, now that they've kind of nerfed, heavy armor, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do actually anymore. I may just go to Arcana so I can craft my magical weapons, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm out, and obviously you get the benefits of potions and stuff like that. So I might end up landing on Arcana. Bordy, what are you gonna do crafting wise?
Consumables right out of the gate. I'm gonna do cooking and Arcana. I'm gonna probably level those as we level. I'm not going to try to push them to 200 right out of the gate. But I am going to level them some as we level so we can have consumables are just important for PvP overall. They're important to PvP, PvE, everything you're going to do in the game. And I think give us a little bit of an edge whenever we're running through expeditions and trying to level that way. Because once you hit the level 25-ish area, dude, we're going to be running Amorine a whole bunch of times back to back to get up to the next kind of leveling phase. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do, man. I'm just going to push consumables right out of the gate.
All right, dude. Well, you go cooking. I'll go Arcana, and then we'll have all the bases covered, and then you can level Arcana later. And then
that's fine.
Yeah, there we go, dude. We got a plan right here. We did it live. We're doing it live.
We also have to remember, Red. We have officers in our company that we got to push materials to for their crafting as well. So we're trying to get them. Yeah,
that goes without saying,
Yeah.
We got to keep that on the DL, dude, because
giving away all the trade secrets of our company right now.
Yeah, and there's console in chat too. So if we say anything different, then they'll tell on us.
We're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah. So all right, Bordy. Well, anything else, dude? I'm just so excited, dude. This is our last episode. The next one we'll be recording. We'll have played New World's launch product. And I can't wait, dude. I cannot wait. I'm extremely excited.
We're so close. So who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? We're almost there, dude. We've almost made it. Oh, man. It's a good feeling.
Yes, and tomorrow we'll be one day closer. And then the next day, dude, we're waking up early, dude. Me and you, we gotta get a nice little time together. And we're logging into that bad boy. And dude, who knows how long the stream's going to be? 10, 12 hours, Maybe maybe I'll just hop on Danny's train. I'll do like 32-hour stream. No, that's not happening. I'll die probably. I'm too old for that.
Mine will probably be 10, maybe 12 as well, because the servers go live for us at 7:00 a.m. So we're playing on NA East. So my plan is I'm probably going to go live Red at about 6:00 ish, probably a.m. that day, 6:15 ish, and then be live. And then as soon as it launches, try to get into the game immediately, and then grind it out probably for 10, 12 hours. Yeah, that'll be the plan.
Dude. What level are we going to get to real quick before we
on day one? Well, it's hard to say.
The first 10 hours.
The first 10 hours. Well, it's hard to say because I don't know if they're going to nerf XP or not. So going off of just if they don't make any adjustments to experience, if they keep the leveling pace how it was, I think we can probably make it to low 20s, probably
We're getting to Amarine. That's my goal. I want to have done my first Amarine run before I end my first stream. My first New World stream.
I think that's possible to do, I did just put out a leveling guide, you know what I mean? Quick plug here too on newworldfans.com, a leveling guide from 1 to 60. Yeah, so go check that bad boy out.
Yes, we tweeted that out earlier. It is on the front page of New World Fans. If you want to know, have some sort of idea about leveling, go check that leveling guide out. All right, Bordy. Well, again, it's been fun, man. It's been a pleasure doing all these pre-launch shows with you, but this will be the last one, dude. Episode 87 will be, it'll be the real thing, dude. It'll be the real thing, and I'm extremely excited about it. And I know you guys are too. So let's go ahead and move on to our company of the week. Real quick, guys in the audience, shout out to Bordy for not messing up the drops. He did it successfully 3 times. He did not interrupt or talk during the drop. So, we'll just get a silent round of applause to Bordy for not messing that up. Bordy, why don't you talk about the company of the week, which is Rogue Raiders?
Yeah, man. The Rogue Raiders, they're NA East. Their server is undecided still. Their faction is Marauders, language English, size 51 plus. They are currently recruiting. So the Rogue Raiders, it says, gung ho, welcome to the Rogue Raiders. We're a community that thrives on backing each other up in battle. We open our door to anyone with a mic and a sword ready for war. We wish to jump into the game at full speed, doing everything from PvP, PvE, gathering resources as a squad, crafting awesome weapons and armor, exploring the map, and making our way through treacherous dungeons together, and so much more. So it sounds like they're wanting to do a little bit of everything, Red. It sounds like they are going to be just kind of a jack of all trades, just kind of a really good community to be a part of. And it says, what makes a good Rogue Raider here? It says you got to be dedicated, never give up, respect those appointed over you, and then contribute in the dungeon expeditions, and then be there for the PvP battles, etc. So really just being active, participating in some of the company things that they have going on. And they have some rules here listed as well. And then, of course, we'll make sure we link everything Rogue Raiders in all of our descriptions everywhere this podcast can be found.
Yes. And again, a special thank you for creating your company advertisement over at New World Fans. And special thanks to all our Patreon. You guys will see your names after the YouTube video, as always. And Bordy, again, guy, it's been a pleasure, man. Episode 86 in the books. Thank you to everybody who listens to the podcast. Again, don't forget to leave that 5-star rating or review. We could read it on the podcast live next time we record an episode, which will be next week. We are going to announce officially, we are going to start doing these live every Sunday at 9:30 p.m. CST on Twitch. We've been very liberal about the time that we record these. Because we're constantly busy, but we know you guys like to tune in sometimes on Twitch. So we are going to do these at 9:30 CST every Sunday. Obviously we're going to be late sometimes, but the goal is to be on time. So there we go. Again, Bordy, thanks for everything, dude. 86 episodes, and now we're gonna get to play New World, dude. I'm extremely excited.
Yeah.
And I know I've said that about 50 times, but dude, this is the last time I'm gonna get to say it, dude. This is the last time I'm gonna get to say that launch is coming, because from now on we're gonna have to talk about the actual game, which is gonna be fun.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. We really appreciate it, and we will see you on another episode of New World to Go.